While the upstate dodged most of the winter weather from yesterday's system, some pockets are still picking up, some areas are still picking up the pieces from the tornado that tore through the region 2 weeks ago. Now, FEMA was out in Spartanburg looking over the damage from that EF1 twister. Neighbors say there are still homes and buildings in the area that are uninhabitable and will be for some time.
Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax spoke with some officials about all that damage and the recovery process. He joins us live in studio with more. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Tori, Cody. Representatives from FEMA Region 4 in Atlanta were in Spartanburg yesterday and met with a team of specialists. They're back in Columbia today. That team included state and local emergency management, as well as insurance assessors and building code officers, I'm told. Neighbors I spoke to also say they still can't believe they were hit as hard as they were.
Bruce Chelta says he feels lucky. When storms hit 2 weeks ago, his neighborhood on a hill off Maple Lane Street in Spartanburg barely had any damage.
Just on the other side of the hill was really bad.
But less than a mile away from his home, it was an entirely different story.
It wasn't until I drove just a half mile up the road that I saw, oh, this is a lot worse than I realized. It looked like a whole different neighborhood, and that was the real shocking thing. Is I just felt like, wow, I'm somewhere else now.
That area just down the road from Spartanburg Methodist College was one of the places FEMA crews looked at Thursday.
There's been some delay basically because of the amount of debris and trees blocking the roads and blocking yards and things.
Doug Bryson says FEMA looked throughout the entire county at every single problem area, of which there were many.
Took that information back to Columbia yesterday, and they're vetting it, double checking it for accuracy and matching up addresses with everything.
Ever since the storm hit, he says local EMS crews and volunteers have been going around to every damaged home that requested debris pickup.
We go through and vet that every day and call off any ones that have already been taken care of. So every day we have an accurate idea of how many are still left. Unfortunately, just because a storm like this comes through does not automatically mean that there's going to be any aid or a disaster declaration.
FEMA looks at things like fatalities, power outages, and available housing. Both men hope their report will bring relief.
Hopefully something will come from that quickly.
And after the vetting process in Columbia that is happening right now, Bryson says the data FEMA compiled will go to the governor's office, then the FEMA offices in both Atlanta and Washington, before finally arriving on President Trump's desk so he can hopefully sign off on aid for those affected there in Spartanburg. Cody, Tori, back to you.
Thanks, Matt.